You open your eyes and Rome is already awake. Morning light spills in pale gold across rooftops and terracotta tiles. A thin haze lingers in the air, not quite fog, but the breath of a city that has been moving for hours before you arrived. Somewhere nearby, a wooden door shuts. A voice calls out a name you cannot quite make out. Dog barks once, sharply, then falls silent. This is Rome in the year 79 AD. There are no ruins here, no broken columns or empty plazas, no museum quiet. The marble is bright white, the paint on the walls is vivid, reds, yellows, deep blues still alive with color. Fountains run, the streets pulse with movement. Every surface carries the warmth of constant use. Hands, feet, wheels, and voices. You stand at the edge of a wide avenue. The light is sharp enough to make you squint. Above, the sky is clear, fading to a faint violet where it meets the highest rooftops. You hear water flowing, wheels grinding over stone, the distant rhythm of hammering from a workshop hidden somewhere in the maze ahead. You take a breath. The air carries wood smoke, stone dust, and the smell of oil. Something is cooking nearby. Grain, perhaps, or bread already baking. This is not spectacle, not ceremony. This is an ordinary weekday morning, and the city does not know you are watching. You step forward, and the street narrows. Buildings rise on either side. 3 stories, sometimes 4, leaning slightly inward as if the city is closing above your head. Balconies jut outward, draped with cloth left to dry in the sun. Beneath your feet, large paving stones fit together unevenly. Weeds push through the seams. The center of the road is worn smooth by generations of footsteps and cartwheels. A man brushes past carrying a wooden crate. He does not look at you.
Watch your step, dear.
Behind him,
I am Mama.
a woman balances a clay jug while speaking softly to a child trailing beside her, fingers gliding along the wall. That wall is alive with writing, painted advertisements, election slogans, announcements. One line of red paint still looks fresh. Below it, someone has scratched a crude gladiator into the plaster. The cart approaches, pulled by a mule. The wheels grind loudly in the tight corridor. You press yourself against the wall as it passes. The driver clicks his tongue, never slowing. Inside the cart, amphorae are stacked. Sealed clay vessels carrying wine or olive oil from distant provinces. The street opens at a crossroads where sunlight pours down. A small fountain stands at the center. Water spills from a carved lion's mouth into a stone basin. A boy kneels, filling a jug. The light catches the surface, scattering reflections across the wall behind him. Above, a woman leans on her balcony, watching the street with the quiet patience of routine. You follow the widening road toward rising voices. You smell the market before you see it. Food, spice, animals, heat. Then it opens before you. Stalls lining a broad, sunlit square. Tables overflow with figs, olives, glistening in brine, cloth-wrapped cheeses, rows of dried fish. A butcher works behind a stone counter, a knife flashing in practiced rhythm. Flies drift lazily through the warm air. The sound is layered. Vendors call prices. Customers argue. Coins clink. A grain merchant adjusts lead weights on a bronze scale. 2 women examine dyed fabric, rubbing saffron cloth between their fingers as it glows in the sun. The ground is damp. Water thrown down to settle dust. A child darts between legs. A dog waits beneath a table for scraps. At the far end, a baker displays fresh loaves scored into 8 wedges. The smell is overwhelming. Warm wheat, faint char, sweetness from the grain itself. A woman buys one, tucks it beneath her arm, and leaves without a word. You pause at a spice stall. Clay pots hold cumin, coriander, pepper. The vendor gestures confidently. He has done this all his life. Rome eats, trades, bargains, carries baskets home. You turn down a quieter street, and the market noise fades behind you like a receding tide. A doorway stands open. You step inside. The shift is immediate. A corridor leads into an atrium open to the sky. The floor is tiled in black and white geometry. At the center sits the impluvium, a shallow pool catching rainwater from the opening above. Light falls directly into it, turning the surface into a mirror that throws rippling reflections across painted walls. Those walls glow with deep reds, greens, golds. Figures drift across them. Musicians, garlands, women pouring wine. A slave crosses silently carrying folded linen. In a side room, dishes sit on a low table. A bronze lamp rests unlit. A small household shrine holds a terracotta god adorned with dried flowers. Beyond, a garden opens, columns surrounding herbs and a small fig tree. The space feels hidden, protected from the city outside. This is private Rome, life behind walls. You leave and walk uphill. The buildings change. Cleaner stone, finer construction. Ahead, columns rise. A temple stands atop wide steps. Fluted pillars shine in the sun. Carved figures fill the pediment. Gods, myths, ancient stories. Inside, the air is cool and shadowed. A statue towers at the far wall, painted in lifelike color, eyes gazing slightly above you. Incense lingers in the air. Offerings sit in a bronze bowl. Grain, petals, coins. A woman stands in prayer, lips moving silently. Outside, a priest crosses the courtyard carrying a dish. Religion here is routine, woven into daily life. The sacred and ordinary are inseparable. You descend the steps back into sunlight. Soon you stand before a street counter, a thermopolium. Clay pots embedded in stone hold, hot food, lentils, stews, grains. Inside, wooden benches line dim walls painted with vines and birds. Men sit drinking diluted wine, talking politics, gossip, news from distant ports. Laughter bursts suddenly, then fades. A woman refills cups without being asked. This is where Rome talks. By afternoon, heat presses down on the city. You follow others into the public baths. The air turns warm, humid. Echoes replace street noise. Bare feet slap whetstone. In the tepidarium, men sit talking, while slaves scrape oil from their skin with curved strigils. Deeper inside, the caldarium steams. Hot pools dominate the chamber. Voices rise with the vapor. Legal disputes, chariot races, rumors,